What it's doing to tell me, hello, everyone. Yes, we are live. When speaking to new clients, they often say this to me. Oh, yes, I have worked on myself and I am ready to get back out there in the dating arena. And I'm going, according to this conversation we're having, mm, I'm not in agreement with that. And that is what is going on in my head when I have that type of chat with people that are new clients. So today, our topic is what it really means to work on yourself. And you want to definitely stay until the end because I actually have a bonus point that you are definitely going to want to hear. So, what I usually tell you is, hey, get your pen and paper. You may want to take some notes, but I'm telling you, when I get to the bonus point, you might really, really want to make some notes for yourself. Well, I'm April, the Loveologist. Lovebirds, welcome to Ask the Loveologist. I'm a certified matchmaker, certified love coach, and the president and CEO at Authentic Love, where we prioritize interracial and intercultural relationships. If you happen to have some questions about today's topic, be sure you put them in the chat, and I will definitely stop and look in the chat and get those and get you some answers there. Also, if you feel like you have a private question, then go ahead and send me an email. Let me put the link in the chat. Yes, send me an email to theloveologist@authenticlove.com. That's at theloveologist@authenticlove.com. And that should be showing up in the chat within seconds. If you haven't already, then go ahead and say hello. Let me know where you are viewing from. Are you here in the United States? Are you viewing from one of the other countries? Or what state are you in here? Just let me know where you might be viewing from so that way I can see which platform you're on. A common thought when it comes to working on yourself is if I just go out and get a new suit, a new hairdo, start wearing makeup, or wear my favorite cologne, then I've worked on myself. And I find that very interesting to think that if you've just done those few things, that you feel like you have worked on yourself and you are ready to jump out there back into that dating pool. Let me tell you, nope, that simply will not do. Let me tell you this brief definition of working on yourself. That would be engaging in activities of personal growth and self-improvement that's beneficial for not just your outer appearance now, but for your overall well-being. Let me just say that again. Working on yourself is when you are engaging in activities of personal growth and self-improvement that are beneficial for your overall well-being. So let's talk about a few general activities that can help you level up your dating experience. First off, socialize and expand your network. Place yourself like in situations that force you to actually do something different, or not just something different, but even do some things that you've never done before. Make new friends. That means you're going to be speaking to people that you've never seen before, never met before. Put yourself in situations where you're even around people who don't look like you, shall I say, from a different culture. Attend and participate in outdoor activities and events. You could go to things like a dog show or a tractor pull, motorcycle events or four-wheeler events. How about a food crawl? Now, that's something I really want to do because I hear around here that they do a lot of those. And that is something that is done in most major cities and some small cities. And it sounds, from what I've been reading, it sounds exciting and like you're tasting different foods. And they could be even foods that you're familiar with, but being done at a five-star restaurant, it probably has a definite different flavor and texture. And I'm going to tell you, I found on Google where there's even a little, what I want to say, article that will actually teach you how to host a food crawl. I thought that was quite interesting as well. You might want to participate in some indoor events. I know right now it's really, really hot. And then there's people that have allergies. And even in my area today, they're talking about how high the pollen is. So you may be a person who wants to stick to mostly indoor events, especially this time of the year. So what about you guys doing something that you may not normally do, which is go to a girls' volleyball game or attend other events that are outside, horse race. I know I have had on my list for a couple of years now to go to an air show. The thing is, there's an air show that comes here in June every year, and it's about 20 to 30 minutes from my house. And I know that going to an air show, I'm going to meet people. I can make friends with people and add more people to my network. When I lived in Oklahoma, we did something very different. Now, this section right here, I'm talking about socialize and expand your network. So when we lived in Oklahoma, yes, I put myself out there to where I was around people that did not look like me, did not talk like me, and they certainly did not act like me. What I did was I started attending a Hispanic church, actually not a Hispanic church. I started attending two Hispanic churches, and I could speak zero Spanish. But what was exciting was in both of these churches, they had translators for people that didn't speak Spanish. And that was surprising to me because I was used to going to churches where people speak English and they always had translators for other languages. But nope, at one place, they had a person that would be on the platform who would be translating for whoever was speaking, or they would be translating for the music. And at the other one, they had the earplugs that we could put in and we could hear the person translating whatever was going on in the service. So yes, I put myself out there in an arena that I knew nothing about, did not know any of the people. And I actually made friends that I am still friends with today. I don't live in Oklahoma right now, but I communicate with my friends through Facebook. So that helped me to expand my knowledge, my skill base, and gain some more friends. A second thing that you should be doing to work on yourself, beyond working on the outside, you need to make self-care a priority, not just an activity on your to-do list. Self-care needs to become a priority. If you're the type of person who's always doing something for somebody else or making sure everybody else is taken care of, and it doesn't matter whether you're a guy or a girl, because people who love people just love taking care of people, helping people, making sure they have whatever they need. But in working on yourself, you need to bring your own self-care up into your list of priorities. So you want to exercise. Exercising actually gives you energy. It also helps you feel more confident about yourself too. Go to the gym. Get you a gym membership. Grab a friend so that you have somebody to be accountable with and y'all go join a gym. It doesn't cost that much. I have a gym membership, and I have met some very interesting people at the gym. And I'm going to tell you, I've seen some nice eye candy over there at the gym too. So make self-care a priority. Go to the gym. Make it a consistent thing. Choose what day of the week you're going to go. Grab a friend. Self-care. Do you need to audit your sleeping patterns or your sleeping time? Are you the type of person who's been running around for weeks and months and years on 2 or 3 hours of sleep a day? I can say that because I used to do that. I used to survive on 3 hours of sleep a day. Not good. Not good. Because I was always on edge. I was always running to do stuff. Now that I sleep 6 to 8 hours a day, or a night rather, I can tell the difference. I'm a calmer person. I don't get upset as easily. Make your self-care a priority. How about this one? Don't get mad at me. Just make the adjustment, okay? Decrease or eliminate the junk food. Self-care. Decrease or eliminate the junk food and the greasy food and the starchy stuff, the potatoes, those white potatoes, the bread. When you make these types of changes for your self-care, you are going to see and observe so many different things about you and learn more about you and your body. How can I tell you that? Because I have made these changes that I'm suggesting to you and even more. And again, this adds to my level of being calm. It adds to my level of being confident. It adds to my, how should I say, my softer exterior, or my softer way of presenting myself, more feminine and as a lady. So when you're taking care of yourself and you're doing that self-care, it will make a world of difference of how you handle whatever is going on in your life. So let's take a break right here. And if you have not already, go ahead and make sure that you follow me on whichever social media platform you're on. If you're on YouTube, be sure that you subscribe, because I want to be able to communicate and get to know all of you so much better. If you're on LinkedIn, be sure that you comment and connect with me so that we can chat and I can see how I can assist you. You never know. I may have a video that I did a while back that'll help you with your situation. So go ahead and be sure that you like, follow, subscribe, connect, whichever one it is on the platform that you are on. Also, put in any questions that you may have over there. And so let me just take a moment to look over here and see if there's any questions in the chat. And I'm also going to check on some other social media and see if we have any questions there. All right, I don't see any questions over there. So let's get back to the topic at hand. What it really means to work on yourself. Now, here is my third point. How about learning something new? I know many of you are these executives and you're always reading and writing reports, etc., etc. But how about you work on something beyond things that have to do with your business or your job? Let your mind relax from all of this work, think, solve a problem, and all of that. So some things that you can do as far as working on yourself when it comes to learning something new, how about you plan to read a book a month? For accountability, you can join a book club. Let me suggest to you two things that I know about that can help you with your reading. On Facebook, there's a group, and I'm actually in the group, and it's called Black Women Authors. These are women who have written books and are writing books. And the thing about this is, if you watch them on Facebook, you're going to learn when new books are coming out. And there's a lot of different genres there in the types of books that these women in this group write. There's another one called the Book Slam, and it's on Clubhouse on Tuesday evenings. Now, if you go to that Book Slam on Clubhouse, this is kind of an international group of people. Okay? So we've already talked about expanding your network. And in a lot of these points I'm giving, you will be able to do one thing, but it will help you in several of the other areas in which I'm sharing with you that you can be working on yourself so that you can be better prepared for dating. So there's the Black Women Authors on Facebook, the Book Slam on Clubhouse. Another thing too, do you check out the headlines and what's going on in the world news or even the US news? Now, my TV is not even plugged up, but I'm going to tell you, from time to time, a few times a week, I actually go on YouTube and see what kind of topics are going on. I'll put in different subjects and let whatever comes up, and maybe I'll watch a video or something, and that way I know what's going on in the world as well as in the US. And I'm going to tell you, those reels, thank God for the reels, because that means you don't have to watch something for 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes to get the point. When you can check out the reels, and what is it, on YouTube, it's the shorts. On Instagram, it's the reels. On Facebook, it's the reels. Just go and find out what might be going on. When you are finding out about the headlines, the different news, and you're reading books, what happens is you gain a lot more knowledge of things that can actually help you, especially when you go on these first dates and you're wondering what to talk about. And if it's a blind date, here you go. You have a variety of things that you can talk about, and you never know what it's going to be that you just read or you just heard about that your date knows about as well. And this is a good way to break the ice. This is just a good way to see what kind of things you both have in common or things that you like in common when you've checked out this type of thing. Also, you can take a course. What about taking a course at a community college? Or better yet, take a course online so that it's at your convenience, so that you can expand your knowledge. Like I said, I'm a certified matchmaker and a certified love coach. How did I get to those? Because I took a course. And you're going to learn later on in later on in this discussion, how taking those courses has helped me not just learn about dating and be able to share with you, but how it has helped me personally. My fourth point here is this. According to Sonia LeRae, who is the president and CEO of LOVEologist, help me, let me say this right. Sonia LeRae, the president and CEO at LOVEologist Image Consultants, you need to set purposeful goals. I know we're all used to being in business type things, and they say you need to set SMART goals. SMART goals are great. Purposeful goals can help you as well. And they really enhance and level up your dating experience. Setting purposeful goals. Give yourself targets of things that you actually personally, or shall I say deep down, would like to get done. For example, we've already talked about expanding your networks and going and doing things so that you can meet new people. How about you set a goal of how many new friends you're going to make in a month? And then set a follow-up goal with how are you going to go about staying in touch with these people? Because just making a friend and saying hi and you see each other whenever you see each other is okay. But real friends connect and they have each other's contact information and they talk to each other once a week or maybe a couple of times a month or whatever. But they maintain contact. Set a goal of how often you're going to go to the gym. And even if you have a friend that's supposed to go to the gym with you, are you going to maintain the number of times a week you're going to go to the gym, whether your friend goes or not? That's called personal. That's called deep down. That's called something that you personally want. What about your weight loss goal? Or maybe you don't have a weight loss goal. Maybe your goal is to get your energy up. Maybe your goal is to lose certain inches, a certain number of inches in a particular area. Maybe your goal is just to simply be consistent. See, all of that right there is working on you being better person personally, overall, and leveling up your dating experience. Another goal you can set is how many dates a month do you want to have? Another goal to back that up is talk to me, April the LOVEologist, and decide if you're going to try online dating. Start a new habit. Maybe there's something that you know or you've been knowing that you should be doing that you've not been doing or you've been half-heartedly doing. Set a goal, a purposeful goal, to do this on a regular basis so that it becomes a habit and it just falls into your lifestyle like breathing. So what we're talking about is things that you can be doing or activities that you can be doing to work on yourself, especially before you get into the dating pool. But these things will also help you tremendously if you're already dating. You know, in the business world, we say if you want to move higher in your job or you want your business to go to another level, then you want to make yourself more valuable to your supervisor, more valuable to your company. And what you would do is you would go out and learn another skill, or you would sharpen the skill you have, or you learn to have a keener eye for whatever it is you're doing. So we're talking about some things, some activities that you can do to work on yourself that are going to help your overall well-being. So now I want to talk about some benefits of working on yourself. When you have worked on yourself and you've done these things, because we've talked about uh, growing your network, we've talked about learning more. Well, one of the big benefits of working on yourself is personal confidence. It builds more confidence. I know you, like I've said before on many occasions, a lot of you all are professionals. You own businesses, you're CEOs, you have multiple locations, and you've been successful for quite a while. But there are some areas that you just simply may not be confident in. I know one thing for people that are on that level, when it comes to dating, dating can be a challenge. But when you work on yourself and you work on things that make you personally happy, it helps you to build your confidence. It also helps you to find yourself in a larger pool of knowledge for conversation. Let me say that again. Let me say it a different way. When you work on yourself, you gain so much more knowledge that can help you with conversations, whether that is a conversation in a date, a conversation out on the golf course, or just bumping into somebody at a restaurant or at some type of outing. Because you learn more things, you have more things that you can talk about. You know, it is so embarrassing to go somewhere and have dinner with somebody and maybe it's not just one person, but it's a group of people, and they're sitting there talking about stuff, and they're talking about more stuff, and you just can't even get into conversation at all because you don't know anything about the things they're talking about. Working on yourself, learning more, reading more, finding out about more will help you to be more confident in this type of situation rather than feeling bad that you are unknowledgeable about the topic. Working on yourself also helps you to know yourself better. When you know yourself better, you make more confident and more fulfilling decisions. For instance, when it comes to vetting, because you have worked on yourself, you will know yourself better. You will know what it is that you will accept, what it is you won't accept. You will not overlook red flags as much. You will notice when things are just not exactly the way you want them to be in a relationship. You'll feel more confident about speaking up. As some people say, about saying your truth. Yes, working on yourself can work wonders for you, for your personal life, for your professional life, for your social life, or any other life you want to talk about. So, those are just a few of the benefits of working on yourself. And just think about it. If you work on these things before you get into the dating arena, just how much faster things will work for you, or how much more, let me say, how you can be able to eliminate more of the challenges that may come your way if you had not worked on yourself. So I'm about ready to share with you the bonus point, but before I do, I want you to make sure that you take time to follow, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, like this video, comment. Let me know if you are getting value from what I am sharing. Even if you've gotten some serious value from one of my other lives, I'd like to know. You know why I want to know? Because I want to know if the content that I am putting out is what you like, what you need, and what you would prefer me to continue to talk about. Or maybe I need to pivot. But I want to know how these lives, particularly this one, is helping you or not helping you. Now, we have here at Authentic Love a program that we call the Emerald. You've heard me talk about it before, but today I'm going to talk about it a little more in depth. Because if you have never worked with a matchmaker before, getting in the Emerald is going to be an awesome, awesome opportunity for you to work with a matchmaker for the first time. I only have 10 spots open. Why do I only have 10 spots open? Because I want to be able to give you a lot of one-on-one attention. And I want to spend time with you getting to know and understand what it is that you desire in your forever partner. And I can't do that effectively if I've got a million people in this program. So yes, the Emerald program is just awesome. And In this program, you will spend some one-on-one time with me, and we're going to discuss a lot of things, not just surface things, but the deeper things about what you would prefer in your forever partner. You will also receive 6 months of unlimited matches. And I will actually be vetting for you. You don't have to worry about things like, oh, well, they're pretty or he's handsome and I just don't want to. I'll be vetting for you. So that way you don't have to worry about being connected with people who are just simply not compatible to you at all. Because I will have vetted them, check them out for you, make sure that you guys have a lot of things in common, make sure that you have what it needs between the two of you to make a successful relationship. This opportunity, this Emerald program, is valued at over $6,000. And so those 10 people will actually be able to partake of this program without spending thousands of dollars. And you're going to want to get on my calendar and talk to me about the Emerald program so that we can see how the Emerald program can level up your dating experience and get you to your forever partner. So once again, I'm going to invite you to be sure that you get on my calendar so that we can talk about you and the Emerald program working together. I'm going to put this in the chat. You can also find my calendar, the link to my calendar, scrolling across the bottom of the screen, like right there. And I'm looking forward to chatting with you. And even if you feel like this is not for you, I know you have tons of single friends. Let them know about it. Tell them they need to talk to the LOVEologist so that we can level up their love life, their dating experience. So as we move on to the bonus point that I wanted to share with you, this is it. I remember when I first started going on YouTube and Facebook, and I was sharing a lot of dating tips. And one person decided that they needed to come on and post it in the comments. Well, are those dating tips you're giving out working for you? I thought it was hilarious, especially considering who it was coming from. So in this discussion, I want to tell you what I did to work on myself. Because I'm going to tell you, I've got some friends that can tell you about how I was back in the day. Well, not even back in the day, how I was just a few years ago before I worked on myself and I learned some more things. So here's a few of the things that I did. I worked with a dating coach. I read and made notes from that particular coach's book. That was very important, that I had the coach and their book. And one of the other things that I found that is so pertinent when you are trying to make a life change is to be with someone who is going to take you from point A to point Z, shall I say. Because the thing is, most of the time, people are going from this book to that book to this little course to that little course, and they're just getting pieces of stuff. But when you are working with someone who takes you, even if you're in a group, they take you from point A to point Z, or from point A to your destination. Even if they're teaching you and they're taking you step by step by step by step, that is so important. Because the thing is, when you just read a book, or you just, I don't want to say just a book, but if you're just reading books and you're going to just different people's courses and stuff, a lot of times something is left out in the steps. But when you're working with someone and they're there with you, then they see what steps you specifically need, and they take you step by step by step to get you to what your destination is that you came to them to work on. So, in working with the dating coach, it caused me to make changes in my thoughts about gentlemen, in my thoughts about dating. It showed me what I simply didn't know. And not just what I didn't know, but what I had never heard of even in my younger days. I also talked to various married people. I talked to, and now I have a lot more friends that are in interracial or intercultural relationships. Oh, yes, I was in an intercultural relationship when I was married, but it was nothing like what my new friends have. So, yes, it was just a serious learning experience. And as I gave you the list earlier of things you want to do to work on yourself, did I not say you need to expand your network, make new friends, and learn new things? I'm telling you, these are all things that I did. In working on myself, it changed how I even talk to men. I got some friends that will tell you that I was very good at giving men the evil eye, and very good at saying things that would make them look like they felt like a microdot. I've even had men to tell me that I was communicating with them and trying to make them feel like a microdot. So, yes, in my working on myself, these things have changed. Working on myself caused me to change my posture. When I say my posture, I mean, we call it the young people really call it the resting bee face. Or if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's that stare you do because you're so busy being the one who's got to make things happen and being the executive. You have a certain stern look in your face. And this is not something that's good for women if you want to be dating. So I changed my posture. I even changed the way I stand, the way I look, the way I dress. And yes, now I wear makeup. And I talked about that earlier. But the thing is, I worked with somebody who taught me not just how to wear makeup, but how to wear makeup the way it looks good on me. A lot of times, women who are wearing makeup, they just go out and grab something and put it on because it's colors they like. But no, I worked with somebody that helped me to get colors that go with my skin tone. And not just with my skin tone, with my personality. My personality's changed. I'm a more bubbly person. I used to be just a cut and dry person. Always serious, always focused, always analyzing. When you're wanting to connect with your forever partner, you can't be just hardboard. You've got to be flexible. Women, you've got to be soft. Men, you've got to be caring, supportive, and protective without being overbearing or making the woman feel like you're controlling. Ladies, you have to present yourself as someone who is nurturing, who can support, not someone who gets mad and is all of that. What I'm trying to tell you is I've worked on myself, and that's what I'm trying to encourage you to do. Work on yourself. Contact me so we can see how we can work together on making a few changes for you, or a few tweaks if you need me to say it that way, so that you can connect with your ever partner. I'm going to tell you, until I worked with the dating coach and a relationship counselor, I was doing things I didn't even realize that I was doing that was actually deflecting the men. And now that I've done so much research, learning, testing, talking to couples, etc., to sharpen my craft, I'm just a whole different person. I'm just a whole different person. It has definitely changed me. So I want to say to you that this thing about working on yourself is extremely, extremely important. And this is some of the assistance that I provide you when you work with me, whether you're working with me in the capacity of where I'm doing matchmaking for you or I'm just helping you as a dating coach. Because I know that working on yourself can make a major difference on you connecting with your forever partner. It actually makes you more attractive to the opposite sex. So, again, be sure you hop on my calendar, reserve a spot, and we can talk about how the Emerald can help you and how we can move you forward in connecting with your forever partner. I'm here on Monday evenings, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here at Ask the LOVEologist. And I am April, the LOVEologist, a certified matchmaker, certified love coach, and the president and CEO of Authentic Love, where we have as a priority or as the priority interracial and intercultural relationships. And by the way, if you would prefer to stay in a traditional relationship, which is with someone within your own culture, we can help you with that as well. So go ahead and share this broadcast with your single friends, and join me again next week right here at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm looking forward to seeing all of your comments. Thank you for watching. Bye bye now.